Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co chart of the day. Starting with Bitcoin versus US dollar, and here we see solid support continuing at the top of the Ichimoku cloud. The previous 4 days the market getting close to the cloud or around the Candlestick indicator and bouncing off to various degrees around that area. Today a white body candle forming, so suggesting that that small amount of negative momentum that we had in the market with the black body candles from the previous 2 days is no longer there. It does suggest that there is a possibility of a bounce to the upside. The market is continuing to find some resistance around the Tenkan-sen, so where for the 2 days prior to the last 2 days we saw support coming in at the Tenkan-sen, now some resistance forming, and the price rejection was strongest yesterday. Today it hasn't been so strong where the market's closed around the Tenkan-sen indicator, so it is still holding as resistance, but certainly not as strong as the rejection that we saw from the previous days trading. More an acceptance of prices around that area, certainly not acceptance of prices above there at higher levels, but this build of momentum with the white body candle and with the market closing up towards the highs, suggesting that the buyers have closed with control, does suggest that there is a very strong possibility of a bounce. Now we do need to continue to watch that area around the top of the cloud, roughly about the 9075 level, and this coincides with the previous swing high, and a significant swing high where the market sold down to around the 6,500 level to previously, so very important area. But anywhere within the cloud, especially around the Kijun-sen indicator and down to the bottom of the cloud around the 7,500 level, we are likely to find support. So a very different scenario than this previous where we saw that strong selling. Now if we do see a bounce, a couple of minor levels of resistance on the way up at these swing highs, 9548 and up around the 9761 level. Now we can draw the barriers of a pattern here, and as with all of these patterns, basically they're congestion areas, so we see that the market has been congesting over the last couple of weeks. We need a trend leading into the pattern. If you don't have a trend leading into the pattern, then you don't have a pattern to trade. So here's the trend leading into the pattern, trading off from down around the 6,500 level up to about this almost to the 10,000 level. This pattern forming, it's something of a symmetrical triangle. It's a little bit too big to be a pennant, and pennants tend to form very, very quickly and then move out, break out along their way. They tend to be continuation patterns. Symmetrical triangles, as this is probably more likely to be, although it's in a very, very tight range. They do, or they can be reversal or continuation patterns. Now the thing with this pattern is that reversal here is probably not as likely as a continuation because of the very solid support down below the lower barrier, and even just within the pattern around the top of the cloud and then anywhere through. So if we do get a reversal here, the potential target is not going to be valid because of the support anywhere within the cloud. More likely that if we do see the market break out to the upside, we need a close above the upper barrier to confirm. What we'd like to see is a bullish close. The thing to worry about here is the overlying 10,000 level of resistance, that round number. So even if we do see a strong bullish breakout, we may not see the target met. But what we could see if we do see a strong bullish breakout is perhaps a couple of days of the market just finding an acceptance of prices there, or a moderate rejection, and then the buyers coming in and perhaps trading through that level in line with this previous trending activity, strong trending activity up into the pattern. Importantly, the market has broken out through the top of the cloud. We haven't seen a strong follow through after that strong breakout yet. Some moderate follow through, but if we do see a strong positive candle with the breakout above the upper barrier, then we could see a move up through that 10,000 level.